Welcome to the Cyber Oracle Spin Fortuna. If you wish to know the future of that topic that intrigues you, or your life in general, choose the card that most catches your attention, and go to the minute of the video indicated by your intuition. Option number 1 will be revealed in 3 seconds. Welcome to the Spin Fortuna Cyber Oracle. Think of a topic in your life and reveal its destiny. Press the like button. Initiating sequence. Your cards are King of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Empress. If you continue walking as you have done so far, the cards show a creative and expansive process. First, a firm leadership emerges that sets direction, then a magnetic energy appears that ignites inspiration and confidence, and finally, a fertile phase arrives where what you sow begins to grow strongly. It is a powerful journey, vision, inner fire, and flourishing. The King of Wands initiates the process by indicating a stance of authority and clarity regarding your desires. This card does not speak of impulsivity, but of a conscious mastery of your inner fire, clear goals, firm decisions, and the ability to direct your energy with purpose. It can manifest as assuming leadership, taking control of a project, defending a vision, or daring to move forward with determination, as realizing that you no longer doubt what you want to build. The King of Wands also represents mature confidence, charisma, and the ability to move others by your example. It does not ask for timidity, it asks for presence. It is the force that organizes and gives direction. Its energy is determined, warm, and visionary. Next appears the Queen of Wands, signaling that after that conscious direction, a vivid inspiration emerges that connects you with your personal magnetism. This card speaks of passion, creativity, emotional security, and natural charm. It can manifest as recovering your brilliance, feeling more attractive or empowered, daring to show yourself without fear, or igniting a motivation that drives you from within. It can also represent a person, including yourself, who acts with intuitive confidence, who opens up to the world with warmth, and who knows how to attract opportunities from authenticity. The Queen of Wands reminds you that your energy is a beacon. What you radiate comes back multiplied. Its energy is magnetic, expressive, and expansive. Finally, the Empress bursts in, closing the process with a fertile stage that multiplies your possibilities. It is the card of abundance, full creativity, and natural growth. It can manifest as a project that flourishes, a relationship that becomes more nourishing, an increase in well-being, an idea that becomes something tangible, or a moment when you feel you receive more than you give because you are in a cycle of expansion. Although her energy is gentle, it is also powerful. The Empress signals prosperity, sensuality, comfort, and conscious creation. After her arrival, there remains the feeling that something beautiful is being conceived and taking real shape. In summary, taken together, these cards narrate a process where you first take direction, then ignite your magnetism, and finally see what you have cultivated flourish. It is a warm and expansive journey, first leading, then radiating, then creating. The omen indicates that, if you continue walking as you are, you will assume a firm stance, then connect with an inspiring energy that empowers you, and finally enter a fertile and abundant stage of growth. This cycle, although intense, is profoundly creative. What emerges afterward is more complete, warmer, and more authentically yours. Remember this: the strength of your vision and your leadership allow you to move forward with determination and clear direction. Passion balanced with intuition makes you magnetic. You act with fire but also with wisdom. Creativity flourishes when you nurture what you love. What you sustain with love grows with abundance and a life of its own. May everything always be for the best, and may fortune and gratitude be a blessing to all our subscribers. If you want to know what will happen next, or have another topic you wish to ask about, click on the card above to go to another video. Type "thank you" if this reading was helpful to you. For private readings, read the description of this video. Thank you very much for your like. Be very well, peace. Welcome to the Spin Fortuna Cyber Oracle. Think of a topic in your life and reveal its destiny. Press the like button. Initiating sequence. Your cards are King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, the Empress. If you continue walking as you have done so far, the cards show a firm and prosperous process. First, a mental clarity emerges that orders your decisions, then material and emotional stability appears that consolidates, and finally, a fertile phase arrives that expands what you have already built. It is a solid journey, strategy, abundance, and flourishing. The King of Swords initiates the process by indicating a rational stance that allows you to see precisely what you must do. This card does not speak of empty coldness, but of lucid thought that cuts through distractions and gives you authority over your choices. It can manifest as making a difficult but fair decision, clarifying boundaries, communicating firmly, structuring a plan, or assuming a position of intellectual leadership, as realizing that your mind is sharper and more objective. The King of Swords also represents discipline, strategy, and the ability to analyze without being carried away by impulses. It does not ask for softness, it asks for coherence. It is the inner voice that dictates order. Its energy is clear, logical, and conclusive. Next appears the Ten of Pentacles, signaling that after that mental clarity, a deep stability emerges that strengthens in your life. This card speaks of abundance, security, roots, and projects that consolidate over the long term. It can manifest as family support, economic success, a firmer home, a relationship that becomes more stable, or an achievement that confirms your efforts have borne fruit. It may also represent the beginning of a prosperous cycle where what has been built begins to sustain itself. The Ten of Pentacles reminds you that stability is a treasure. What is built with a cool head tends to last longer. Its energy is protective, abundant, and structured. Finally, the Empress bursts in, closing the process with a fertile stage that expands and beautifies what was already growing. It is the card of creativity, well-being, and abundance that multiplies. It can manifest as a project that flourishes, a nourishing emotional connection, an increase in self-esteem, an opportunity that prospers, or a feeling of inner fullness that makes you create from confidence. Although her energy is gentle, she is extremely powerful. The Empress turns what you touch into life, giving it form and beauty. After her arrival, there remains the feeling that what you built is not only secure, but also rich and complete. In summary, taken together, these cards narrate a process where you first structure, then stabilize, and finally expand. It is a firm and fruitful journey, first deciding with clarity, then consolidating, then giving life to what has been built. The omen indicates that, if you continue walking as you are, you will make intelligent decisions, then you will enjoy increasing stability, and finally you will enter a fertile stage that will amplify your achievements. This cycle, though demanding at its start, is profoundly prosperous. What emerges afterward is more abundant, more beautiful, and more authentically yours. Remember the following: a clear mind and objective thinking allow you to make firm decisions without being influenced by external noise. Fulfillment and stability are built when you recognize the value of what has been achieved and protect what you have established with effort. Abundance is born when you nurture your ideas and projects with creativity, presence, and dedication. What you care for flourishes. May everything always be for the best, and may fortune and gratitude be a blessing to all our subscribers. If you want to know what will happen next, or have another topic you wish to ask about, click on the card above to go to another video. Type "thank you" if this reading was helpful to you. For private readings, read the description of this video. Thank you very much for your like. Be very well, peace. Welcome to the Spin Fortuna Cyber Oracle. Think of a topic in your life and reveal its destiny. Press the like button. Initiating sequence. Your cards are Ace of Swords, Six of Swords, the Hanged Man. If you continue walking as you have done so far, the cards show a clear and transitional mental process. First, a truth arrives that cuts through and defines, then a necessary movement appears that takes you away from what hurts, and finally, an obligatory pause emerges that transforms your perspective. It is a lucid journey, clarity, transition, and conscious surrender. The Ace of Swords initiates the process by indicating a sharp idea that bursts in and organizes your mind. This card does not speak of scattered thoughts, but of a direct understanding that opens a new path. It can manifest as a firm decision, an honest conversation, an intellectual revelation, a boundary you draw with precision, or the clarity that appears after a confusing period, as realizing that you need to act from the truth, even if it hurts. The Ace of Swords can also signal a powerful mental beginning, a plan, a strategy, a clear vision of what you want to cut off or what you need to start. It does not ask for doubt, it asks for focus. It is the blade that clears away the unnecessary. Its energy is sharp, clean, and decisive. Next appears the Six of Swords, signaling that after that clarity, a transition emerges that moves you away from a heavy emotional territory. This card speaks of moving forward, not from euphoria, but from the need for peace. It can manifest as a conscious distancing, an internal journey, a change of scenery, a quiet farewell, or the giving up of a dynamic that was exhausting you. It can also reflect a process where there is still sadness or nostalgia, but also relief. The Six of Swords is the act of moving toward calmer waters. It reminds you that not all progress is noisy, some are quiet, intimate, and profoundly liberating. Its energy is serene, progressive, and healing. Finally, the Hanged Man bursts in, closing the process with an inevitable pause that invites you to change your perspective. It is the card of suspension, the momentary surrender of control, and internal reconfiguration. It can manifest as a period where things do not move as quickly as you would like, a feeling of apparent stagnation, the need to let go of expectations, or a moment of deep introspection that forces you to see your life from another angle. Although its energy can feel uncomfortable, it is transformative. The Hanged Man does not stop as punishment, but to reveal what is only understood from stillness. After its passage, there remains a sense of new understanding, patience, and a shift in focus. In summary, taken together, these cards narrate a mental and spiritual process where clarity first arises, then you move away from what no longer serves you, and finally you find a pause that redefines your perception. It is a deep and quiet journey, first understanding, then migrating, then surrendering to a new vision. The omen indicates that, if you continue walking as you are, you will make a clear decision, then you will move toward a quieter phase, and finally you will experience a period of stillness that will transform the way you see things. This cycle, although introspective, is profoundly revealing. What emerges afterward is wiser, more conscious, and more aligned with you. Remember this, clarity arises when the mind cuts through confusion and focuses on a sharp truth. Advancing implies leaving behind what no longer contributes, even if the transition is uncertain. Profound transformation occurs when you accept to see things from another perspective and surrender to the process. May everything always be for the best, and may fortune and gratitude be a blessing to all our subscribers. If you want to know what will happen next, or have another topic you wish to ask about, click on the card above to go to another video. Type "thank you" if this reading was helpful to you. For private readings, read the description of this video. Thank you very much for your like. Be very well, peace.